Hey, how's it going, everybody? We got another video for you, and in this one, it's another 30-day challenge that I partook in. And this one is actually avoiding screen time before I go to sleep. Now, actually, I did this challenge simultaneously with the 30-day challenge of me waking up 4:30 a.m. in the morning. And basically, this challenge is when I turn the lights off before I go to sleep, the goal is not to look at my phone, not to look at any screen time or any lighted screen at all before I go to sleep. And so I would say this was probably, out of all the challenges that I did this year, this is probably one of the hardest, or probably the hardest, honestly. It was actually really hard to get started. I realized before even starting the challenge, how addicted I was at looking at my screen. Now, to be honest, I feel like relative to other people, the amount of time I spend on the screen isn't really that much. I do go on social media, probably Instagram, Twitter, but I don't go on for too long, to be honest. And I don't have a TikTok account. If anything, if the one thing I do go on my phone a lot for is probably YouTube. So that's the big thing that I would kind of look at, especially before I go to sleep. I like watching long form videos as opposed to short content like shorts or TikTok. So I think for the most part, like before I go to sleep, I would always watch videos or even a show, just to relax and just watch it till I fall asleep. But I decided to break that. I think one of the big motivators to at least try this challenge is because I've actually heard that if you watch something or watch like a screen time after a certain period at night, I think it's like 11 p.m. I think it was Andrew Huberman that said this, who is a highly academic, credentialed person, a scientist, that talks about how it affects the dopamine. And when we're constantly being entertained and watching videos online, especially at night when maybe you should be sleeping, it really affects the dopamine levels. And I guess when you're watching at night, there's a huge dopamine release when you're getting entertained, and it would affect actually your dopamine levels throughout the day. And maybe that's part of the reason why, you would feel down during the day, and because the huge amounts of dopamine release watching these videos at night. So that kind of hit me, and I thought maybe that's why I feel a little down throughout the day. And maybe to kind of change that, I figured I should participate in this challenge. So it was hard to get started, but once I got started, it actually wasn't that bad. I guess during the period where I would still be awake and waiting to fall asleep, I guess what I could have done better is just make like a routine. Like, I know there's some sleeping methods that can help you fall asleep really easily. But I did fall asleep pretty quickly because I was doing it simultaneously with the 4:30 a.m. challenge, waking up so early during that month that I was actually usually spent and pretty tired. So whenever I had a long day and pretty exhausted, I fall asleep right away. So that is what made it easier. I think if I wasn't going to sleep as quickly, then I would just, I don't know, try not to think about things too much, or maybe reflect on the day. I'd even pray, spend that time just praying. Me being a person of faith, just spending time praying kind of helped me just relax a little bit, and that's part of the reflection too on the days that I've been through in that time period. So it was good. I think it's good to kind of break that cycle and not be so dependent on always looking to watch a video before I go to sleep, because you don't have to do that. And I just wouldn't want it to affect my dopamine levels in a very unhealthy way, and maybe that would help me to just be more positive or be more uplifting or be in a better mood throughout the day. So that's a big motivating factor of why I decided to do that. And I think for the 30 days, I don't recall ever breaking it. I've stuck to it pretty well, and I made sure that that when I was ready to go to sleep, I was not looking at my phone or watching the TV. I think before that, you could make a case that, well, I was watching TV before that too. Probably when, I guess, before I'm getting ready for bed, I probably shouldn't be doing that. I don't know if that in a way is cheating, but I guess my rule was not to look at my phone before I go to sleep. And I did mention like the screen time aspect, so there would be nights where I would just watch like a little bit of TV, and you could say that's replacing the phone screen time, which little bit, but I would just watch something real quick until I got tired, turn it off, and then I'd go to sleep, and I would not have any screen time after that. So I just would allow myself to watch a little bit of TV, and then afterwards I'd probably go to sleep, or just just turn everything off. There were days like that, but for the most part I did commit to not looking at my phone, at least before I went to sleep, or right when I made up the mind that it's time for bed. It's because I think that's the biggest struggle that I had, was when it was time for bed, the first thing you do is you look at your phone, you look at social media, you look at shorts, TikTok, or watching videos. So I wanted to kind of break that and just relax, and just relax myself till I go to sleep, and maybe not affect the dopamine levels too much. So I did that. I did that in the month of May, along with the morning challenge, and it was good. I don't know if it was very noticeable in my mood, if I felt a lot better the next day after doing that, but I certainly didn't feel too down. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say if it really made a difference in terms of my mood. I think maybe I was just tired from waking up so early during that time period as well. So, but I think it's something I would want to incorporate more, instead of, because after that I did, get back into that habit of watching videos afterwards. And the thing is too, is when you watch like videos or on the phone too much before you go to sleep, it might be actually harder to go to sleep. So I do want to put it at least maybe a couple times throughout the week of just not looking at my phone before I go to sleep. But yeah, I don't want to like look at it every single night before I go to sleep, or maybe spend more time praying. I don't know. But yeah, so definitely maybe it'd be good to even do this type of challenge again, just to cycle off of, or breaking that kind of addiction, breaking the routine of always looking at my phone all the time, especially before I go to sleep. So yeah, I think this is something good to do. I realize for me personally how addicted I was looking at my phone, and we know how addicting these devices can be to all of us. And so it's good to just reduce that screen time to just kind of put yourself in a healthier place. So hopefully this was helpful to you. This was good feedback, and maybe it could encourage you to reduce your screen time, or even reduce lighting before you go to sleep to give yourself just a better sleep. Maybe make yourself a bit healthier, just overall in general. So if you have enjoyed this content, this video, then please drop a like, and if you enjoy content like this, then please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support, and we'll look to make another video soon. Peace.